Welcome to Let's Talk Meshing Tutorial Tuesday, where we show you how to use a feature in just a couple of minutes. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the donor edge length ratio examine metric. So the donor edge length ratio is the ratio between donor and fringe cell edge lengths, and it can be computed and examined for blocks that include overset assembly data, such as this wing body case that we have here. I'm going to go ahead and select the collar grid and go to Examine Donor Edge Length Ratio. And by default, the fringe elements are being rendered, so we can go ahead and turn those off so they're not cluttering the display. We can see our color bar goes from about 0.23 to a little bit more than 4, but let's turn on our histogram to get a sense for where these edge lengths lie. And we can see the majority of the edge lengths in this particular block are around 1, which is really good. However, we do have some up around 3 or 4. If we go to our color bar, we can set our maximum value to 3 and immediately render all of those elements that have a donor edge length ratio greater than 3. And you can see there's kind of this string of them along there. And these happen to be in the vicinity where the wing block, the collar block, and the fuselage block all come together, maybe indicating that we don't have sufficient overlap in that region, and that maybe that background grid or our far field grid is being used as donor elements in that region. And this is one of the advantages to looking at the donor edge length ratio as opposed to the donor volume ratio, is that maybe the volume of these elements are very similar. You could have a really stretched element directly adjacent to something more isotropic, and their volumes could be very similar. However, their edge lengths could be quite different, and that's going to be indicated in this particular examine metric. Let's go ahead and turn the default back on and take a slice through here, and we can see some of those elements being rendered here in red that have higher edge length ratios. And if I go into the overset options and turn on fringe donors, what we're seeing here in wireframe are the donor elements from the different blocks in this region. And here, kind of in purple, these are donor elements from the far field, and that's why in this region we have high donor edge length ratios, is that our donors are very large in relation to the fringes in this particular collar block. And again, this is the region where the wing grid and the body grid and that collar block kind of all come together, and some donors are happen to be coming from our far field, which have much larger elements. If you like this video, be sure to click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And if you have any questions or comments, drop us a line down below or connect with us on Twitter, which is linked in the description. Thank you all and have a pleasant Tuesday.